Good evening to all of our St. Joseph families. Tonight I want to talk to you about our plan for St. Joseph School over the next few weeks. As I am recording this video, we currently have one student who has tested positive for COVID-19 and 3 students in quarantine for being a close contact to a family member who is positive. We also have one teacher in quarantine who was also considered a close contact to a family member. The teacher and 2 of the students are scheduled to return to school on Monday, November 23rd, and the others will be back after Thanksgiving break. So as you can see, our numbers look really good considering the very high and rapidly climbing numbers in McPherson County. So at this point, because our numbers are minimal, it is our intent to continue school in a face-to-face situation as we currently are doing. I feel extremely blessed at this time to be able to plan to keep rolling ahead as we are, and I've heard from many of you how grateful you are that we are able to be in school and how much you want your kids to continue being in school. The staff and I are happy to be here. We love having the students here. We love having face-to-face instruction. But I do need for you to hear a few things. When my children were teenagers, whenever I needed to tell them something important, I would put them in the car and drive them around while we talked. I knew then that I had their undivided attention, and also that they couldn't go anywhere. They had to listen to the whole message. So car rides with mom sort of became a key word for mom needs to say something important. So tonight I need this to be like a car ride for mom. So a few things I need you to hear tonight. First of all, we can only keep school in session if we have a healthy staff to cover all the positions needed, not only in our classroom, but also all the support staff that it takes to run a school. If we get low on staff, and we can't cover all those positions, then we will have no choice but to change to a different plan. And second of all, we need healthy students in class if we want to keep running in person. If we get to a point that too many students are out, or if we begin to see that students are spreading the virus from one student to another, then we will have no choice but to move to a different plan. So if we want to have school in person and we need to have healthy staff and we need to have healthy students, we are going to need your help. We would love to stay in school until Christmas break, but we're going to have everyone do their part. The task of keeping our schools open falls on all of us, not just on the teachers and the staff and myself, but all of us. And so here's what I need from you. First of all, if your child is sick with any symptoms of any kind in the evening or in the morning, they cannot come to school. They have to be symptom-free for at least 24 hours. That includes fever, with no medication. Second of all, we need you to err on the side of caution. Sometimes children wake up in the morning and they don't feel great. In a normal year, we might say, go ahead and go to school, and if you don't feel better, then I'll come and get you. This year, we cannot do that. We have to err on the side of caution. If your child is not 100% himself when he wakes up, then you need to keep him at home until you figure out if it is something or nothing. If it is nothing, then he is welcome to come to school later that day. If it is something, then you were cautious and didn't expose anyone else in the class to what he might have. Next, we need you to minimize or eliminate all non-essential activities that your child might be in that would put them around a group of other adults or children. Now, I understand our children are very involved and they might play on sports teams or piano lessons or go to dance, and that is all fine. I don't have any problem with that. But the things I do need you to consider eliminating or minimizing would be things like sleepovers, multifamily gatherings with groups of children, play dates that involve students from several different schools, and attending large events like going to the trampoline park or an arcade or something of that nature. Those events are pretty non-essential and just open us up to the spread of the virus. The next one is the hardest one yet. I need you to prayerfully consider what your Thanksgiving plans and Thanksgiving weekend will entail. Large family events are not a great idea. When we bring people in from various communities, various work environments, various schools, it's just all the right conditions for someone to be exposed to the virus. So please consider what your family can do to minimize the risk, not only for your family members, but for all the families in your child's class that might be exposed when your child returns to school. Keeping our students in school is going to take all of us making some hard decisions. The last thing I want to mention is that I need you to understand that this is a fluid and ever-changing situation. We can plan to be in school in person, which we are doing, but if our numbers change, then we have to change our plan, and we need to be prepared. So please be thinking, what is your plan at home if the kids are out of school, or if they are out of school part of the day and in school part of the day? Do you have childcare figured out? Who will be able to help your child Zoom or do homework? Do you have Wi-Fi up and running so your child's Chromebook will operate? I just don't want you to be caught off guard, so planning now will save some panic time later. And hopefully we'll never need to use those plans, but if we do, then they'll be in place. Thank you so much for listening. Please take all the things I talked about to heart and pray about them. We have a great and dedicated staff that is working so hard to mitigate the risk of COVID spread at school, and at the same time trying to keep your child's education moving forward. Please help them with this unprecedented school year by doing your part. Have a great evening and a blessed Thanksgiving. Good night.